Okay guys, welcome to Martin Motorsport, and this week we are at Murray Bridge Speedway. Fairly warm day, about 35 degrees. We've got the picture clan next to us there as normal. Sam's up in the trailer with Gemma, his sister, visiting from Melbourne. Matthew Kennedy next door. What have we got on? I think we got mod lights on over there. We got junior sedans and V6 sprints. So just the 4 classes. So it should run pretty smoothly tonight. 28 wingless here. So as always, see if we can make the A main first. And this video brought to you by Big Goodgie Farms, where Sam works. The Martin Farms. And also our other brilliant sponsors. G'day guys, we're back at the local Murray Bridge Speedway. Beautiful day, track's looking good. Just pumping a bit of water into it, so it's quite warm. Not sure what the track's going to do. We've struggled in the first heat the last few weeks here, so we've made a few changes to the car. But we're going to be ready to change it back in case it's not as greasy as what it has been, or where we're running. We don't know if we're going to be up first or not at the moment, so see what I'm sort of hoping it is a little bit greasy so we can sort of try and get on top of it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll just have a good night, getting close to the end of the season, so keep our nose clean and stay out of trouble. Yeah, I think that's about it, so I'll see you guys a bit later on. Okay guys, here we go. Heat 1 for Sam, 2 back on the outside. Haven't had a decent first heat here at Murray Bridge yet for the last few meetings, so let's see how we go.
Alright, they're coming off turn number 4, ready to stand on the loud pedal and go racing. 10 laps, wingless sprints, heat number 2. And it looks like it's Matt Kennedy in the 21. He's going to go around the outside of Leanne Turner in that 97. She'll be trying to now follow MK. I tell you what, he's been out of the seat for quite some time. Put it on the front row here, his first meeting back. I think he faded back to about 5th position. But then, as you so rightly called, was able to put the car on the podium at Waikerie last weekend. And he's now starting to edge away from the rest of the field. There's a bit of a challenge going on here. James Rodder in the 38 sneaks up the inside of Leanne Turner. And there could be a bit of a freight train here. The 66, I reckon, will be the next one to slip up into 3rd. Leanne just not quite on the racing line here, allowing the rest of this field to freight train her up the inside.
Yeah, she got pushed off that ideal line down the bottom side of the racetrack, and as you say, they just drove on by her on the bottom side of the speedway. But there's a shot for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th on screen. The leader is out of there. He's about a second or 2.5 seconds up the road, Matthew Kennedy. But the battle for 2nd at the moment is a good one between Sam Martin, James Rodder and Nate Truan, Rodder in some issues. The 38 just slowed going down the back straight away, now fades to the tail. So Rodder, so impressive early out of this one. But out in front it is still Kennedy. There's the gap, you can see it on screen, between Kennedy and now Sam Martin. Here comes the chicken nugget in the 58. Nate Truan trying to work the inside now, down there in turn number 1 and 2. In fact, those two drivers just getting away a little now from Melissa Crouch. In fact, Sam Martin last time by fastest car on the speedway in this heat race so far. There he is, the 66. Opening night feature winner here for the wingless sprints was Sam Martin, and once again goes quicker there on that last time by. So this time with 2 to go, it's Kennedy followed by Martin, Truan and Crouch. I don't think they'll catch him, but Sam Martin definitely has found a nice setup late in this heat race.
Yeah, he has. Our leader just drifted a little bit higher on the racetrack through 1 and 2. I don't think that was any quicker. If anything, they've caught him a fraction as he comes through now. The white flag is on display, and it is all the 21 of Matthew Kennedy doing it for Pro 4x4 and Craneworks. The team have given him a real solid package here. The Maxim chassis serving him well as he brings it across the line en route to victory. There's the checkered flag. Second spot will go to the 66 of Sam Martin. Nate Truan. It was a good battle, but the Nate dog, had to settle for third.
Okay guys, heat 1 pretty good for once. We've been pretty rough around Murray Bridge in the first heat lately. The track's been a bit greasy and we haven't been able to work out turn 2, but the track was probably a little bit dry and we did a couple of other adjustments, so it was getting around alright. Had Nathan all over him, but I think the boys are pretty happy with that one. What happened out there, Sam?
Yeah, not too bad. Struggled to get down at the start, probably could have got down a bit earlier. It's real greasy sort of mid-track and up, so pretty happy to get down over Nate and then managed to get up the inside and get second. So I think that's our back row start, so we'll start P3 in the next one, so hopefully get a good start in that one and make it into the A.
So now the track's probably going to sneak off a fair bit. We've done a couple of adjustments with the shocks, changed 3 shocks to put it on our slick setup, and we've adjusted the back wheel in a touch, and that's about it. We're going to see how we go with it like that in the next heat. Probably the only change we'll make, if it's still going alright, is the gearing. We changed the gearing for this meeting to a little bit lower to try and get him around the corners and help make it turn a bit. So we'll see what happens in the next heat, but good start so far. And we've got Casey here helping out. Casey's not racing tonight, so he's come in here so I can be a lazy prick and do nothing. Okay guys, here we go, heat 2, starting from 3, 2 back on the inside. They just did a track prep, but they didn't let them do any hot laps, so it looks a bit greasy out there, so we just probably changed all that setup for no reason. We'll see what happens.
Who is going to get the launch here? It's hole shot time. Heat number 4, Wingless sprints here tonight. Good clean start. Caitlin trying to go around the outside. A little bit of track prep. How much moisture is going to be available? We're about to find out. And I reckon Jenna Curvis in the 18 has been an early mover and shaker in this pack. Moving up a little bit. But it's all Caitlin Vickers in the 15. The 7 of Melissa Crouch tucked in behind the 66 of Sam Martin. He now looks to go into third, but look at Matt Kennedy. MK in the 21, won his first heat, and he's now looking to move up into third in this one. As Caitlin comes across the line, leads another lap. Melissa running a little bit lower on the speedway. Look at the 66 of Sam Martin. The car always just looks a tad on the loose side. Kennedy now trying to close him out. Melissa Crouch now gunning for the lead. Yeah, there's 2 races in one here, Phil. It's superb stuff.
Certainly is. We cross to the battle up front. Melissa Crouch on the inside. Caitlin Vickers on the high side in the 15. Going through turn number 3 and 4. Vickers just slightly a little out of shape. In fact, got a good run there at a turn number 4, and Caitlin now clears that 7, a full car length in front. Jenna Curvis. In fact, Matthew Tyler, fastest car on the speedway, but he's back there in 5th right now. Make that 6, you can't really use that speed. But up front, Caitlin Vickers over Melissa Crouch, and we cross back to Matthew Kennedy. Sam Martin in the 66. Then it's Tyler and Jenna Curvis going at it as well. Good racing here for heat number 4 of our wingless sprints, but up front it is still Caitlin Vickers as she makes it away out of turn number 4. There's our 3rd place driver, Matthew Kennedy in the 21. 66 of Sam Martin trying to run him down, but up front, Caitlin Vickers has strung together a couple of nice laps. And she's out to about a half a second lead over Melissa Crouch in the 7.
Yeah, through they come. Matt Kennedy, the driver to watch here. Did have the fastest lap of the race, although Sam Martin has just claimed that. So there's lots of very entertaining racing going on here. Caitlin Vickers, very successful in the karting ranks, in the dirt carts. Through she comes for State Crane Truck and Eagle Campers and Trailers. She is doing her sponsors proud here as she works her way now down into turn 3 and 4. 1 1/4 laps remaining. A heat race win, absolutely crucial if you want to try and lock in a good starting spot for the A main. Melissa Crouch drifts a little bit offline. Kennedy closes in. Back in behind them, it's still Sam Martin in the 66. 1, 2, 3 and 4. A last-ditch effort from Martin, but this one will belong to Caitlin Vickers. A 2nd heat race win of the season. Melissa Crouch follows her across the line. Matthew Kennedy, impressive. Gee, a 1st and a 3rd. He may well have secured himself a front or second row start for tonight's A-Main. MK on a mission. And I reckon he got the fastest lap of the race as well with a 14.891.
Okay guys, heat 2, not too bad. Got quicker as the race went on. What do you think, Sam? What happened down there?
Yeah, track was just a bit greasy down low at the start, and I maybe should have gone up higher a little bit earlier. Might have been a bit better, but yeah, just struggled for the first 5 laps, and then track got drier and then got quicker and quicker. I think Dad said I got fastest time of the race, so that was good. Still come 4th though, so that puts us off 6th in the A, so just have a good clean race hopefully and bring it home. Hopefully top 5.
Okay, all lined up for the feature, starting out at position 6.
Alright, so we'll form them up again. We've still got 5 laps to run in this one. We haven't spoken too much about our race leader, but Violet Thorne has just been carving her way through the back markers like a veteran.
Yeah, just like 25 laps up on the counter. Our Wingless sprint feature is underway. Have a look at Tapley, very quickly chopped the nose off the 82 of Evans there, 3 wide for second. As they charge down the back straight away, Kennedy, Evans and McCarthy. Kennedy on the high side, he'll settle it into second, McCarthy in third. Caleb Evans is being muscled out from the front row. He's dropped to 5 or 6 spots already. Nate Truan to the inside. Have a look at Sam Martin also working the high side in the 66 as they charge out of turn number 4. Now leader is Anthony Tapley, Matthew Kennedy in the 22. Been smooth all night. Is out after our leader. As we look further back, there's Sam Martin in the 66 working the inside, the 58 of Nate Truan. Truan's also been in some good form of late as he heads down through the 1-2 turn. Further back, they are all over the place. Cars racing hard as they go past the speed shot on the back straight. Another lap down in the books. 4 down, 21 to go. Tapley and Matthew Kennedy looks really nice on that mid-track groove, especially through 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's got the Maxim working nicely for him, hasn't he, as he chases Tapley down the main straight. Tapley really pitching the car in early. I think Kennedy's got an advantage here and will particularly have one in lap traffic because he's able to work that mid-track groove. He might even take the lead here coming off turn number 4. No, he can't quite do it on this occasion. A tremendous battle. Oh, we've got a car spun off turn number 2 right in front of the leaders. Oh, Matt Kennedy, the brakes on that thing. Dynamite.
5th and 2nd in his 5th and 3rd in his 2 starts this season. Cup and 3 or 4 heat race wins as well. As he's back on their high groove straight away. Tapley once again defending around the bottom side of the speedway, as too is Jack McCarthy. So Jack is yet to get up on that high groove of the speedway as well, continuing to run around that inside. In fact, Matthew's a little bit by himself up there. Well, they see now Martin moves up a little there on the exit of turn number 2. In fact, Sam Martin has also found something up there as well in the 66 as he drives around the outside of the 58 of Truan.
Oh, I think he's gone a bit too high this time, Kennedy. He's got up in the marbles. Oh, he bumped the concrete there with his right rear. Perhaps just a slight lapse in concentration. Maybe got a bit excited. Thought he was about to round up Tapley, and we're yellow again. We've got a spun car in between turns 3 and 4 from all around the country. And to finish top 10 was a remarkable effort. That'll be the furthest thing from his mind at the moment. He's out in front with clear racetrack ahead of him, and that's how he wants to keep it. He gets a bit bound up on the gutter there coming off turn number 4. Oh, I thought Kennedy might have been thinking about a switch to the bottom. Oh, Tapley gets a little bit sideways. Is this the chance that MK needs? We're about to find out. The car again looking beautiful on the mid-track groove as he hits the lead. It's Kennedy as they cross the line. Tapley now back to 2nd. Jack McCarthy in 3rd place. And look at the battle between Truan and Martin. Another car on the infield. They're almost in fighter pilot formation here. 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's great stuff.
Yeah, it certainly is good battle further back. Oh, Tapley got the wall in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. has put McCarthy right in the tail tank. Yellow lights are on for a pile up in 1 and 2. There are 4 cars involved. Lee got a couple of spots back here. Can he capitalise on it? We're back to green. Straight away, Kennedy back to that high side of the racetrack. Tapley follows him, so too to McCarthy. And Nate Truan is the one working the bottom groove right now, as the rest of them are all up on that mid-track to high groove. It's Kennedy, Tapley. In fact, Tapley now looks a bit better on that high groove that time, as they charge down the back straight away. Look at Nate Truan. Oh, Tapley got the wall halfway down the back straight. McCarthy trying to slide in there in that second spot, the 23 in Truan.
Someone's ridden a wheel and taken the fence in turn 4, Phil. Sorry to cut across the top of you.
Yeah, completely missed that, so it's all okay, John.
The top 10, 14 remaining. Our race leader now accelerates, brings them across the start finishing line. Matt Kennedy with Anthony Tapley trying to tuck in behind him on his rear nerf. He's got a length or 2 on them at the moment. McCarthy looks to the bottom through 3 and 4. A little further back, Sam Martin in the 66. He's trying to make something happen on the mid-track groove. Kennedy not really edging away from them. If anything, Tapley seems to have found something. Clearly missed his mark that lap when he got up in the marbles, because now he's showing a good turn of speed, although McCarthy on the bottom. He draws level with him on the back chute. They're wheel to wheel in turn number 3. Oh, Tapley fends him off. Keeps the foot in the bucket, but McCarthy's not finished with. He'll try a slider on him now. Oh, Tapley's hit the fence. He's gone for a bit of a ride. And we are under caution. I think he's alighting from the car as we speak. Here we go. Let's have a look at the replay. Jack on the bottom. He goes in. I don't think anything broke. I'd love to see it again. I think he just went in a fraction too hot. Let's watch it here. He's just got a bit loose. Yeah. He's up. Then he's up in the marbles. He's a passenger. Crunch. He's hit the fence. He's...
Kennedy will lead them through turn number 3 and 4. This time by it'll be 10 to go, as the 58 of Nate Truan continues to run the bottom side of the racetrack. 66 of Sam Martin. Have a look now. Battle for the lead. Jack McCarthy snuck up the inside. He slides him in 3 and 4. Kennedy with the crossback. Can he get him through turn number 1? No, he can't. McCarthy shut the door on him in turn 1. So Jack with the black attack out in front through turn number 3 and 4. So McCarthy's your new leader. Kennedy second. Nate Truan continuing to run that bottom groove up to 3rd. That's a 66 of Sam Martin. Has that top groove finally gone away, and is the bottom going to prevail?
Yeah, it sort of looks a little bit that way, although I reckon Matt was a little bit tentative. He was more in the black stuff than up on the mid-track when Jack was able to get by him on the inside. This time he's a bit more committed to it, but there's still that little bit of moisture right on the gutter down through 1 and 2, as we see Jack McCarthy, our race leader, moving up the track around 3 and 4 and diving low through 1 and 2. He gets a little bit caught up, but Matt is not able to capitalise. We've got Truan still back there in 3rd place, Martin in 4th, Evans in 5th. So they're continuing a really good battle, particularly for 4th, 5th and 6th, because Spike is not too far behind them in the 19. Michael Spalagic, he has been slowly but steadily sneaking his way up through the pack, currently running in that 6th spot.
Yeah, as we look further back, there's the 66 of Sam Martin. There's, look further back through on our play-per-view screens. But McCarthy is starting to edge out in front as we cross to the speed shot on the back straight away. You see the gaggle of cars just cruising on by, but out in front, it's Jack McCarthy using the inside groove and a bit more through 1 and 2. This time by it'll be 2 to go for Jack McCarthy. Kennedy just has no answer for him right now. Truan pretty safe back there in 3rd now. Battle for 4th and 5th. Caleb Evans has fought back after being beaten from pillar to post.
Oh, we got
early.
a Spinfield trouble in turn 2.
Caleb Evans.
But race fans, it's looking as though it will indeed be a Jack attack here tonight. Jack McCarthy in the 23 brings it across the line for the double checkers from our Clark, of course. Matt Kennedy follows him home from Thomas Walcombe, Jesse Alexander, Melissa Crouch. But what a performance it has been from Jack McCarthy. Just timed his run to perfection.
Okay guys, a little bit of a disappointing finish, but he had a bit of speed for the first 20 laps. Tyre went off a bit and he reckons it just turned into a bit of an ice skating rink. So a bit disappointing there, but got put rear field because he nearly spun out and caused the crash. So he had the flat front left tyre, but padded around to finish the race. So good that the car had a bit of speed anyway. So we should get them loaded up all in one piece. And Gemma's had an exciting night, haven't you, Gemma? Sitting up at the bar with a friend. Casey's been helping us out. What happened, Sam? What happened?
Mechanic's fault. Didn't put too much air in the right rear. Yeah, I think that can't be my fault, can it? So.
Right, that's enough of that shit. Rightio guys, Sam had a bit of a talk in the shed. And
That would have been a good video.
nearly went arse over tit.
G'day guys, just a quick rundown on Murray Bridge. I'm going to skip the heats and I'll go straight to the feature because I spoke in the night about the heats. So the feature, we started P6, got up to 4th pretty quick and had a unreal battle with Nate Truan. He was on the inside, I was on the outside, and felt like we were side by side for most of the race. He just had too much pace for me on that pole line. Couple of times I got lucky with restarts where they put me back in front of him, where I think at least one of them I thought he probably should have been in front, but I'll take it. Also had Jack McCarthy in front of us and felt like I was quicker than him for a few laps. So you know you've got a pretty good car when you're on Jack's tail, but unfortunately my car got slower and his got faster. That's a little bit on us. We probably weren't really prepared. We didn't have a new tyre on. We probably should have had a new right rear on at least. And we learnt a few things about these American races. We probably had it set up a little bit wrong. Also, a lot of the top guys are running bleeders, which keeps the rear wheels at the right PSI as the temperature builds up. We haven't got any yet, but I think we're at that time where we're going to have to invest in some. It's just too big an advantage not to have them, especially on a track like that when it's pretty slick. You don't need them so much on a hooky track, but yeah, definitely Saturday night would have been handy. So yeah, we'll get a pair of them. Unfortunately they're fairly expensive, but I think it's just one of those things we're going to have to do. And yeah, as the race got on, the car got worse and worse, and I don't really want to talk about it, but I probably should have just realised that the car was getting too hard to drive and then just maybe yielded a couple of spots, but it's hard when you're in the moment to think like that. And I was over driving, and unfortunately I just threw it into turn 1 too hard, and she just wanted to turn around on me, and Caleb Evans come up the inside of me and hit me, and as well as Hurdy, I think, and I think Spike might have been caught. Oh yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I haven't watched the replay yet. It's 100% my fault. Just one of those things. Luckily, I didn't do any damage. Well, I don't think I did any damage to their cars. I damaged my front left wheel, but that's alright, seeing it's my fault. Sorry to those guys. I spoke to them after the race. They're all good. Yeah. So that's about it. Car's all clean, there's not too much to do. I'll thank Cowlin, he done that weld job pretty good, so that's all good. I also put some rubber washers that I made out of a mud flap, a truck mud flap. So I cut big squares, drilled them out, and I just put it in there hoping that it might give it a little bit of, stop the vibration a little bit, hopefully to stop it from cracking again. But I think these things just crack sometimes, so just have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's about it. Big thanks to Casey in the pits coming down to help. Dad, again, he does all the editing, which takes a fair bit of time, so thanks Dad. that's about it. I think our next one's in the cars on the 60 lapper, and in 2 weeks' time I'm at Bathurst on the long track bike. Not too much to do. In the last video we took it out for practice and the chain come off and did a little bit of damage, so I'm just waiting on a nut for this and put the basket back on, but there's not really too much to do. So hopefully all that stuff turns up in the next couple of days and I can get that all done, and then I'll be just packing up everything and getting organised to go to Bathurst. So yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at Bathurst. Catch ya.